starts tackling tough allergy symptoms for 24 hours of relief. Get back to the moment with Allegra.
Crude awakening, oil prices hovering around $71 a barrel, $71.56, as President Trump's decision to reinstate sanctions on Iran could reduce global supply. Joining us now, publisher of the Schork Report, Stephen Schork. Stephen, Iran, the fifth largest oil producer in the world, but we top them. Your take on this?
Yeah, absolutely, Dagan. We've seen a significant rise over the last 3 to 4 weeks in anticipation of these sanctions being reimposed against Iran. So we have a good deal of at least $5 and I would estimate $7 of a geopolitical risk priced into the market. So prices are indeed high. We have to keep in mind that there's also the loss of, or the potential loss of, barrels coming out of Iran, but also the loss of barrels coming out of the socialist cesspool that is Venezuela, because that economy continues to spiral out of control. So there is a significant amount of supply that will be coming off of the market as we enter the peak summer driving season. So this certainly is a concern at the moment.
But what about the ability to ramp up supply, particularly here in the United States, coming out of, say, the Permian Basin? I know that they've had problems in terms of bottlenecks, even because of job shortages and employment, labor shortages there. But can't the U.S. pick up that slack?
Well, certainly the U.S. is in a very great position right now. To your point with the bottlenecks are significant, given that when we look at the price of oil, Dagan, where it's being taken out of the ground, say in West Texas, and we look at the differential between that price and the price in Oklahoma, which is where you make and take delivery of the NYMEX contract, or in Houston, the epicenter of the U.S. refining industry, those spreads are telling us that there is a significant amount of oil. That is to say, we are producing a lot of oil, but we don't have the pipeline capacity. So the good news there is we do have the oil, we just have to get it to the market. But from the same standpoint, when we look at even the global picture with regard to the loss of both the Iran and Venezuelan barrels, the United States still has well over 600 million barrels sitting in the SPR. So I would expect, should oil prices continue to move higher, that this administration in particular would certainly tap, and we've done this before, so there is precedent to take barrels out of our Strategic Petroleum Reserve to try to alleviate the missing barrels that will be in this market come this summer.
Exactly. Stephen, this is Lindsay Bell here. I have a question on, you've seen oil prices go up about 30% on a year-to-date basis, but the energy sector is up about 5%, which it's moved swiftly in the last couple of weeks on the back of these higher oil prices. Is that disconnect there telling you that these higher oil prices are perhaps unsustainable longer term?
Oh, and I think so, yes, absolutely. They are, and there is a sweet spot for oil prices right now, and we are significantly, as I said before, about, at least $5, probably $7 well above, what the market is dictating right now. And so oil companies are in a very precarious situation right now, because this is the first time ever that they've had to deal with the other function of consumer behavior, and that is we now have substitutes into the market. We have electric vehicles, plug-ins, full electric, so there is a significant amount of competition coming into the market. So every dollar higher that we move oil prices, we are actually lowering the entry barrier for a substitute fuel. So to this point, you want to keep oil prices in a certain range to kind of keep that competition at bay, as it were. So at this point, yes, I do think that the future is going away from the oil industry, and hence why these oil prices, I do think they are unsustainable at these levels, because consumers, you and I, we will change our behavior in the years ahead.
Stephen, great to see you. Stephen Schork, take care.
Thanks,
Hope to see
David.
you soon. Coming up, ready to blow. Experts warn that explosive eruptions are on the way for Hawaii's